excuse me. It is Marian again with Emmteenest Logistics, and I wanted to come on today to just give this informational. I know it says welcome to Freight Broker class, but I am not a broker. I had was in a partnership, and my partner is a broker. So if there is anyone who is interested in getting a mentor after watching this, he is a agricultural broker. So he is willing to be a mentor. Of course, there is going to be a fee, but I'm going to give this informational so you all have an idea of what's going on. So whatever, area of brokering you decide to go into, this right here is just general information. This is not meant to be a teaching or anything like that. So it's all informational. So if you are a broker and you know information, you can check the comments and see if people have any questions, but I will just be giving this informational so you have an idea. I'm doing this because, the changes that are happening and the dispatchers, if they're wanting to work with multiple carriers, brokering is a direction that we're going to have to go into, and I want you to be prepared. So I want to give this information so you have an idea. Let me move me off of the words. It's better. All right, so we're going to start. Again, this is an informational, and it's going to come in a couple parts if I find that it's going too long. So let's get started. So two different types of brokers: non-asset brokers and asset-based brokers. So that is the first piece of information that you need to know. I'm going to try to go kind of slowly as far as the slides so you can pause where you need to, and the things. What is a freight broker? A freight broker is a licensed property broker that uses its network of carriers to transport shippers' freight. Any of you are going to make sure you have it. Average cost to start a brokerage. Computer, you'll decide the brand. UCR filing annually. Your MC authority. Administrative costs to set up a business LLC. And of course, these prices will range from, if you do it yourself or you hire somebody. A printer, a TMS software, a load board, contingent cargo insurance, optional but required by most shippers. That's between $100 and $400 monthly. An accounting tool, that'll be between $40 and $150 monthly. Your surety bond, and these are just estimations, annually between $900 and $4,700 based off credit. So your total estimate for setting up the business is an estimated cost of $5,389. Well, that's the total. I forgot to do the other part first. So it's internet, which is going to be between $45 and $100 monthly. Website, must have to look professional. That's between $24.99 and $39.99 monthly, and that is Wix or GoDaddy, wherever you choose, or if you decide to have it personally built from someone, that'll be your cost. What are the first steps in becoming a broker? Creating a business name, creating a legal business entity, obtaining your EIN number, obtaining your Dun and Bradstreet number, creating a professional email, obtaining your broker's USDOT number, obtaining your broker MC number, obtaining a $75,000 surety bond. How to get your freight broker authority. So I'll just let this page linger right here for a moment so you'll be able to see it. and I'll read through it really quickly. So to apply for your freight broker authority, you'll need to go to the FMCSA website. Brokers who are registering for the first time must apply for broker authority with the FMCSA via the Unified Registration System, which is URS, as of December 12th, 2015. And that was the change in the instruction. For more information about URS or to apply for the first time, well, you all won't be able to click here, but after the MC number has been assigned, to complete the application process, brokers must also take the following steps. For brokers of property, proof of insurance, coverage, a surety bond, form BMC-84, or trust fund agreement, form BMC-85, in the amount of $75,000. For brokers of household goods, proof of insurance coverage, a surety bond, form BMC-84, or trust fund agreement, form BMC-85, in the amount of $75,000. Form BOC-3, designation of process agent form. Brokers may designate themselves as their own process agents in the state in which they are writing contracts. And then the application processing fee, $300, non-refundable, charged during the application process. Application process time, approximately 4 to 6 weeks. Porter Freight funding. Reed Shumaker, that is my contact over at Porter. So these are just recommendations, but for a freight broker, you can contact Reed Shumaker, and I'll put his information in the description box. You can reach out to him and see if you are, if you want to get factoring for your brokering company. Reach out to him and see what you all can get done. I don't have any more information other than how to contact him, which will be in the description box, because the application process and everything is confidential. So although I refer you to him, I can't give any more information, because that's a conversation that you all will have to have with them, you know, your business and your information to them. So again, I'll have his information in the description box. These are recommendations from who my partner, who is a broker, used. So for his BMC-84 surety bond, his contact is here, Ryan Paddock. The company phone number, 562-673-8443. And the company name is Shumaker Inc. And here is his email. So if you decide to reach out to him, you can tell him that Brandon sent you, Brandon Secco. And this is total costs. Of course, it will vary according to your conversation. And then for his BOC-3 agent, he used the company Get My Authority. And there's the company phone number, 231-947-5573. And here's the website, www.getmyauthority.com. And the total cost was a one-time fee of $560. And this includes the broker MC number, BOC-3, and the UCR. All right, so this next portion is going to be industry vocabulary. It's going to be kind of lengthy, but I'm going to go through and read it the same, because I know some of you all will put your YouTube on and listen while you're doing what you're doing. So I'm going to get through it as quickly as possible, and I'm going to try to leave the pages there. So if you can, you want to pause and go through. Accessorials, typically the compensation expected by a carrier for anything other than the pickup and delivery of the load. Adjustments, costs incurred after a shipment has delivered. These costs can be added for a discrepancy between the freight characteristics quoted and the delivered shipment detailed of weight, class, and dimensions, or maybe occurred or accrued, that probably means to say accrued, for additional services performed, such as a lift gate. So what this was saying is the accessorials From reading this, I'm going to think that it is detention pay, tow new, layover. And this here is the adjustment. So if you booked a load or you sent something out to a carrier and you said it was one weight, or and they got there and it was more, the changes that needs to be made and the adjustments. Like I said, I won't be teaching this, but if I feel that needs to be an understanding or there's something that I understand, I'll just go ahead and expound just a little bit. So agent, a person who transacts business on behalf of another person or company with full or limited decision-making authority. Axle load. The axle load refers to the weight each axle puts on the nation's highways. Abatement. A discount allowed for damage or overcharge in the payment of a bill. Now I'm going to hold the screen as long as possible, but I'm going to read through these really quickly. Absorption. One carrier assumes the charges of another without any increase in charges to the shipper. It's supposed to be acquittance. A written receipt in full in discharge from all claims. Ad valorem, a term from Latin meaning according to value. An ad valorem tax or tariff is one that is based on the item's value. Acquiescence. When a bill of lading is accepted or signed by a shipper or shipper's agent without protest, the shipper is said to acquiesce to the terms, giving a silent form of consent. Act of God. An act beyond human control, such as lightning, flood, or earthquake. Agreed valuation. The value of a shipment agreed upon in order to secure a specific freight rate. ATD, actual time of departure. Audit of freight bills. The process of verifying transportation charges shown on the carrier's freight bill to ascertain the rates reasonable. AVI stands for Automatic Vehicle Identification. It's a system combining an onboard transponder with roadside receivers to automate identification of vehicles. Uses include electronic toll collection and stolen vehicle detection. AVL stands for Automated Vehicle Location. It's a class of technologies designed to locate vehicles for fleet management purposes and for stolen vehicle recovery. Authority. Both the brokerage and the carrier must show documentation that they have obtained permission from the FMCSA to move freight within the United States. B. BOL or BL stands for Bill of Lading. The Bill of Lading is a required document to move a freight shipment. The Bill of Lading works as a receipt of freight services, a contract between a freight carrier and shipper, and a document of title. Base rate, a tariff term referring to a rate less accessorial charges or simply the base tariff rate. Balloon freight, light bulky cargo. And this is going kind of long, but this is the verbiage that'll be used. Backhaul. Every carrier is looking for the load that will get the piece of equipment to his or her next pickup or home. When you put your freight on the load boards, you provide a part of the puzzle for the carrier. You provide a part of the puzzle the carrier is working to move his or her truck to the next load or home. Beneficiary, entity to whom money is payable, the entity for whom a letter of credit is issued, the seller and the drawer of a draft. Beneficial owner, person who owns or has title to the freight during transportation. Beyond, used with reference to charges assessed for cargo movement past a line haul termination point. Bobtail, tractor operating without a trailer, also refers to straight trucks. Bilateral, a contract term meaning both parties agree to provide something for each other. Bond, commonly called a surety bond, is a monetary guarantee maintained by the broker to cover loss or damages of the consigned freight. Booking, Arrangements with a carrier for the acceptance of carriage of freight. Bond system. A bond system, a part of customs automated commercial system, provides information on bond coverage. A customs bond is a contract between a principal, usually an importer, and a surety that's obtained to ensure performance of an obligation imposed by law or regulations. The bond covers potential loss of duties, taxes, and penalties for specific types of transactions. Booking number, reservation number used to secure equipment and acts as a control number prior to completion of a bill of lading. Bulk, unpacked products shipped in quantities such as raw or liquid, etc. Bulk transfer, the transfer of bulk products such as plastic pallets or liquid sweeteners, one mode of transportation to another. Bulk transfer permits off-rail shippers and receivers of varied commodities to combine rails' long-haul efficiencies with trucks' convenient door-to-door delivery. Cab over. Well, reading these, I thought it was a good idea, but it seems like it's going to be taking longer than necessary. So I'll just hold each slide so you can pause it and get what you need and get your understandings. Move it up. Okay, I'm moving on up. And you all will just, get what you're needing. I don't want it to be too long, but I still want you all to get the information. And these will, like I said, are things that you'll know that you can, take a look at and research and get an understanding on, and then get you a mentor in the portion of brokering that you want to be in. Concentrate on it. Take this with you. So, when you go looking for a mentor, you already have an idea of what's going on and you have this information, and then they can help you understand it, break it down. However their mentorship works, allow you to see their day-to-day, however it works. And again, if you want to be in the be a broker for agriculture, I'm going to put my partner's information in the description, and you can reach out to him for mentorship. Just going to go slowly across these. Even that long enough for you to get the information. All right. Keep it rolling. And y'all forgive me if I'm holding it too long. I'm just trying to make sure that if you pause, or when you pause, you're able to really just see what you're needing. You can fast forward and go back as you need. I want to make sure that you all have this information. So when you get you a mentor, even if you don't know what it all means, they can break it down for you, but you have an idea of what it's going to take and what you'll need to know, to be a broker. Because again, it is headed in that direction for us dispatchers, and we want to be prepared when the time comes. So getting a glimpse to help make our decision is always a good thing. Right, and again, I'll be putting the information who you can contact in the description box. We will be prepared. All right, and then Zulu time. We're going to end this first part right here on Zulu time, because again, I don't want it to be too long, and I want you all to have the option to just go to which video you need and where you need to go to it, instead of posting something that's like an hour long and you gotta do all that. So I'm gonna end this one on Zulu time and then go right into the next one. So I'm gonna stop this one here. And the next section will be right up.